Remember when we referred to the XLR connection as a low impedance connection? Well, what is impedance? Impedance is a measurement of resistance to the flow of alternating current down a wire. The unit of measurement is the ohm. Low impedance equipment is gear that generates a very low powered signal and offers very little resistance to transmitting it down a wire. When the foil diaphragm in a microphone vibrates, it creates a current. But how much current can a little piece of foil vibrating in front of a magnet create on its own? The answer is not very much. That's why it's important that the resistance to transmitting it be low, or we would never get that signal all the way down a long cable to the mixing board without picking up a lot of noise along the way. In fact, once that signal gets to the mixing board, it's so weak that it needs help. That's where preamps come in. The different signal levels you'll be most faced with stack up like this. Now, this is not an engineering class. I just want you to understand why things get hooked up the way they do. Remember we said we need a preamp to drive our microphones? That's because microphones generate a very low powered signal. You'll hear it referred to as low impedance. They just don't have what it takes to drive any of the downstream equipment in the signal chain, so they need help. The preamp gets the signal up to line level, which allows the signal to get passed through the system correctly. We'll still ultimately need a power amp to drive our speakers. Instruments, like electric guitars, generate a signal when you strum on them, and it's a little stronger than mic level. In fact, it's referred to as instrument level. The ultimate objective of the guitar signal is to get it to project out of some speakers. So guitar amps have a built-in preamp section as well as a power amp section that boosts the signal to what is required to drive those speakers. Most other equipment that we'll be talking about, except for mics and electric guitars, will already output at mic level or line level or both. As long as you use the right cables, you'll be okay. The bottom line is that line level is where we want to be with mics and other equipment, so we can chain it all together at will, send it all to a power amp, and drive some speakers. That's what we're here for.